Okay, hey everyone. I was going to show you what I have for sale on eBay. This is my Marx set. Everything is included except for the fast track. So let me go through. I'll get to the. I guess I'll get to the train last. First thing is you get this Gerald station, and I have some of the windows. I think I've added windows. I added some windows. I took two of them, and I think I cut out the windows. So it's got nice windows all the way through there. It's been oiled and it works. It has a new DC connector right here, and I can do like a 90, so it's not sticking out. But here's the button. There's a little button right here. And it's got the whistle inside. And that's a vintage Marx whistle, and it looks really good. It's got a couple little scratches here and there, but it's really nice. And we also have this Marx crossing bell, and it also works. It's got the button right here. It's kind of like a doorbell, but it kind of makes a ring sound, I guess. I got some crossing gates. We got some people right here, Marx plastic people. We got a bag of knickknacks. There's a lot of cows and sheep in there. So there's a sheep. Here's a cow. A lot of poles. We got some little knickknacks in here, just bonus. And then we got some extra parts. This is the top diffuser, the red lens. There's the top cover for the smokestack. We got a headlight bezel, some fence, and makes a nice little square, a little kind of a rectangle. One or two of them are broken, but it does make a full rectangle. And then this is some more Marx parts, I believe, stuff. There's a Commodore thing, but yeah. So that's all the stuff, and then you got this flag here with a broken base, but the flag is good. And this is it's a vintage, if you'll focus, it's a vintage Marx Mercury that I have done quite a bit of customization to. It has a Lionchief board in it, the radio frequency, not Bluetooth. And I have taken the Marx transformer and I have converted it into a remote. So it's got the 3 AAA batteries underneath. Here is the on-off switch. And I touched it. There's a humming sound, so it was starting to move. Okay, so in Lionchief you have off, and then you have forward, and then you have reverse. So it's going to do the same thing. So that's going to be forward, and then that's going to be reverse. So you got reverse, or I'll just show you. So you can see we're going forward. We got reverse. And then there's some buttons at the top. We got some buttons at the top. Now these are, so the bulb is actually LED. I made that look like, I made it fake to where it looks like, I don't know if you can see it, if I can get a little darker. But yeah, it lights up, and it's slow light up. I added some capacitors in there so that it gains and darkens just like a bulb. But that's not a bulb, that's a LED made to look like a bulb. So these are vintage, made to look vintage buttons. So we got yellow for bell, black for talk, and red for whistle. And in order for that to happen, I have a custom switch on here. This was originally the direction switch. I can't remember. There was a spark assembly in here, and it does not have the spark assembly, but it does have a real bulb in there, and the bulb powers the headlight and this lens. And so if you click this forward, it clicks on the sounds. So you can run it like a vintage Marx where it had no sounds, or it's just a toggle on. You can see that it toggles on, toggles off. That's just it gives that little bar a purpose instead of some kind of switch at the bottom. But yeah, so it's got the Lionchief sounds, so I can do the bell. I can do the talk.
Dispatcher here. You are cleared outbound. Over. Thank you much. Cleared outbound. Out.
And we got a whistle. And so I can kind of show you this thing moving. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll go, whoa, whoa, whoa. We'll do 2 toots. We'll go. And it'll go kind of slow. And the chuffs are in sync with the drivers. It might be as slow as it'll go. But it'll get pretty fast. We can go ahead and, that's full speed right there. And of course you have reverse. And it'll go slow in reverse. Come on. So yeah, works pretty good. And these passenger cars they're originally lit. Let me kind of go through kind of all the customizing that I've done here. There's actually quite a bit going on. So, whoa! Alright, let's go ahead and we'll set him to off. So the off right there is off, and then slow, fast. But yeah, that kind of shows that. We can turn that off. I can kill the power. Okay, so I can kind of show what it took to put this together. So this is the observation car, and all of these cars have mostly original stuff, but I have added this. This is a Lionel pickup roller. The original rollers were a shoe, and it slid on the center track, which would eventually destroy your track. Then, you know, Marx didn't care because it was the tubular track, right? But I wanted my track to not be all scratched up, so I added these nice little Lionel rollers here. So that picks up power, and there's only one, so you will get some flicker through there, but that's pretty standard with Marx to have a little bit of flicker as it goes around the track. So we got Meteor. That's that one, and then let's see, we got number 2, and these all have the click type steel couplers, and yeah, that's the New York 2, 3, 4, and it's got the little bulb mount, and we got another pickup roller, so we're good there. And then here is the third passenger car, and this is a duplicate 2, 3, 4. So we got 2, 2, 3, 4s. And it's also got the nice little roller. So those are pretty cool. It's not going to destroy your track. Works pretty good. And it's the bottom of the tree. Doesn't really matter if it's authentic for the rollers. And then here's the main event. So here is the Mercury, and it originally was an 040. And then there was no tender for this. The original tender was this kind of goofy half car. And what I have done is I have taken a passenger car. This is literally a passenger car. And I have shortened it. If you look at, and I've kept the text. So this is a thicker text, but it came from, let's see. So this one's, yeah, if we look at the Meteor, well, but you can see in the shine, you can see the shadows of the windows. So I've epoxied all the windows. If you see it right there, shining it through the light, that's the original windows, and I've painted it. And I didn't do a perfect job of the paint, but it's actually equivalent to what you would see in the 50s if someone were to make something like this. So I like the not perfect paint job on here. The paint doesn't perfectly match, but the paint doesn't perfectly match on all of these. So if you look at the color difference between these two, they're close, but not perfect. This one's a little darker gray. And then like this one, apples to apples. So this one, and then this one's a little bit, you know, I mean, it's very hard to get these all to match because a lot of them came from different sets, that different times. Some might older, some might leave it in the sun, you know, all that kind of stuff. So, and let's see, and then we have, so here is the tender. Tender was custom. The tender has the tops. This came from another tender, and I have painstakingly created it as a tab and slot attachment. I didn't just glue it on. It is literally tab and slotted just like Marx. So I cut this out from a tender. I slitted those. I tabbed it just how Marx would have done it. Same thing goes with the coal. This is a coal piece from the same tender. And I have cut it and tabbed it, measured it, and it fits just like how Marx would have done it. The bottom, this is a smaller version, right? So it's got a crease in the middle. This is a dual speaker. This is a dual speaker speaker. There's a baffle in there too. So there's the speaker. There's the holes for the speaker, and that is through this wire here. And the wire, the connector for the wire, is even Marx inspired. I actually took a Marx. This is a Marx. The tubular track connector piece, and I have made it so that the two wires snap into, so you can pull this off. It comes off by pulling these two tabs. I'm not going to do it, but you push this down and the two wires come out. So the connector is even Marx inspired. So you can, that's how Marx probably would have done it if there was a wire between the tender and the locomotive. So you push that and it pops out and you got the wire connected through there. And so these drivers, this whole assembly is Lionel. It's from a 080 that I have deleted two of the drivers from. So, and I have moved, so you have 4 wheels with your lines here, the parts of the wheel. I forget what they're called, I'm sorry. But I moved that back, and then I have just a single of these float ones, and then I shortened this driver. I'm drawing a blank right now, but anyway, this the main drive here connects to this photo sensor that has a beam that goes across here, and that's in the Lionchief, and so that covers that beam. So this side is nothing. This side has this arm that extends to cover that that photo sensor right there, and so that's how it knows when to make your chuff. So that's all custom, and then the Lionchief board is in there. I apologize for the noises upstairs. My wife is working on that, yeah. And then so you got the Mercury. It's been kind of polished and made nice, but not too nice. I believe it has new. These rods, I believe, are new, polished stainless. There's a lens. It says New York Central. It's got some dings and dents. The lens is new, but I tried to keep all of it authentic, and it is dented more than the rest of the set. And the original Mercury was I can't remember. I think it was a 262, I believe, maybe a 462. I can't remember, but it did have 3 drivers on this side, and they were a very fancy wheel, and they had this kind of double ring design to it, and I wanted to make it. And of course, the rail one's bright white. But I wanted to match the tan. I wanted this to look original. So, sorry about that. So I wanted that to match the original tan. So, there we go. And there's some noises upstairs. I apologize for that. But that's all the custom for the Mercury. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Thanks for watching.